So who is here?
Looks like it's not playing on the website.
Can you guys hear us? I think you have to refresh.
It's not playing on the website.
Now, I just refreshed.
Let's see.
That's a bit of a pain.
I think we should get the link from YouTube and put on the webinar, and then write on the chat for people to refresh.
Yeah. If we can just put in the chat, refresh the page, then hopefully people will refresh and they'll be able to see it.
James, I think even when people refresh, the YouTube message here is error.
Okay.
I think get the link from YouTube, from the live on YouTube, and put on the webinar. It's going to work. On the webinar, it's going to work. On YouTube looks good.
Okay. How can we do that?
I'm going to send you a link on WhatsApp, and then put this URL on YouTube, put this URL on the webinar.
So switch it from YouTube Live to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, that's done.
Okay, now if we refresh there, let me see. If we refresh there, let me see. I guess maybe in what channel are you doing this live? Because maybe you're having a block on YouTube.
I don't think so. I mean, it's loading on my side. Can you guys see us and hear us?
I think so, man. Go to the page and write for people to go to YouTube. I think it's going to be better. Or just get the YouTube video and put on the website. I think it's going to be better.
Yeah. Okay, give us one moment.
James, one more chance. Try to put this link on the webinar platform. Okay. I sent you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I already tried that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I say it's loading my end. It's loading for me.
So let's see. I think we're good because it gives a message. Watch this on YouTube on the webinar.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gives a message. Watch this on YouTube. So when people try to access, it doesn't open. And Bridget says it's all good. So I think we're good to go.
Okay, cool. Well, I just published the video on there, so anyone new coming in will see the video on there.
All right, probably it's just with me. Sorry.
It's all good. Cool. So
let's start this.
yeah, you guys should be able to see my screen now. We can see half Eric and half my screen, but that's okay. We're all good. So how are you guys doing today? Thank you guys for joining me. My name is James Neville-Taylor, and I want to welcome you to the masterclass today from Suicide to Success. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. Are you guys excited to be here today? Let me see in the chat. Yes. Awesome. I'm excited too, and I'd love loads of engagement during this masterclass. And yes, some people are asking if this is live. Yes, this is live. We had some technical issues at the beginning, but we're all good now. So be ready to take lots of notes, and I promise you there are going to be lots of aha moments for you, no matter what business you're in today. So first off, how many of you on here right now already knew about me, already know me on some level before you saw my masterclass page? Yes. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on here, and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some more incredible value with you guys. And how many of you guys didn't know about me before? Just type a nope in the chat box. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for joining as well. I'm super excited to introduce you to me and share with you everything I've learned on the journey to becoming a top online earner. But please, before we begin, if you have any distractions like Facebook, Skype, etc., please turn them off for just a few minutes, because what I'm going to share with you today seriously has the ability to change your life. And I really want you to participate during this. So if something resonates with you, type a yes, that's me, I feel you, whatever it is. And I'm going to be giving you guys stuff today which almost took me losing my own life to learn, and I promise you I'm going to make it worth your time. So as you hear this, what resonates with you, let me know, because different parts of this are going to resonate with different people, and I want to know what resonated with you. I want you to have that transformation, and that's by going all in today. I'm going to be giving you guys my full attention right now, so it's only fair you do the same for me. Is everyone good with that? Awesome. So today, I'm going to tell you my story from suicide to success, how I've become a successful multiple six-figure affiliate, international speaker in under 2 years from the depth of despair, which is awesome for me, right? But that doesn't really matter to you, does it? What I really want to share with you is how the top 3 secrets that I used to get there and how you can tap into.
James, let me interrupt you just for a second. If you can put just your screen on the streaming, that would be better. You are splitting half and half. Just put your screen on the.
I have no idea how to do that.
It is on the engine you have on the inside the streaming window. All right, just go up.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All good. Cool. There we go. Sorted. Way better. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So I haven't used this before, so we're all learning and breaking out of our comfort zones a little bit today. So yeah, what I really want to share with you today is the top secrets that I use to get there, and how you can tap into the same $12 billion business model and harness the same power in yourself if you're willing to take action on what I share with you today. Are you guys excited about learning that today? Awesome. So first, a couple of things. So I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, okay? I missed a lot of years of school, and I'm a high school dropout, and common sense does not come easily to me. And this is a picture of me after I decided to cook with Carolina Reaper chilies without gloves or any kind of other protection. And I don't know if you can see the big round blotches. It looks like I've been punched in both eyeballs. And that was so painful, you guys. Chili powder got where chili powder should never go that day. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you so you believe me when I say I'm nothing special. And if I can do this, there's no reason that you can't either. So very quickly, here are a few of the results that I've got since starting. A regularly top affiliate of the month and day for a huge software company with over 10,000 affiliates, commonly earning over $1,000 a day, won multiple competitions for multiple different launches, summits and products, won some competitions against people who have literally been in this space for over a decade, and spoke on stage in 8 different countries across 3 different continents, and have earned multiple 6 figures since starting. But as you know, this was not always the case. 3 years ago, I hadn't earned a cent online and tried to kill myself. So anyone can do this. And I don't share this with you to brag. I share this with you to show you what is possible even from the depths of despair. And what would it mean to you to be on these top leaderboards, earning hundreds of thousands of dollars? How would that change your life? Can you imagine me and you battling it out in the leaderboards for that top spot? It is possible, my friend, as it has happened for me. If you'd told me 2 years ago I'd be topping leaderboards, speaking on stage and everything, I would have said you were crazy. It was not possible for me in my mind, but it is possible, and it's possible for you too. So I just want you to know that you can do this wherever you're starting from. But disclaimer, you are not going to magically start earning $1,000 plus per day after this masterclass. In fact, when I first got started, $1,000 a day wasn't even on my radar. Like a lot of you guys, I just wanted to make enough to support myself and not have to rely on others to survive. And not long after I took an overdose, I was running out of money and needed to plug the hole. I was consuming courses, paying for expensive software tools that didn't do everything I needed them to do, and the monthly bills were mounting up fast. So I just wanted to earn like $1,000 a month to begin with. I thought if I can just earn $1,000 a month, everything will be okay. I'll have enough to survive, I'll be able to plug that hole, and I'll be able to prove that I can survive on my own. So just like a lot of you are doing right now, I started learning, buying onto the next shiny object. And I remember I was paying $97 a month for a funnel builder. I was paying another $67 a month for an autoresponder, another $10 a month for professional email address, plus design tools, video tools, $1,000 courses, and a ton of other stuff. And that's a lot for a newbie to cover each month when they're not even making any money yet, right? Now, who here can relate to that scenario? Way too much going out and not enough coming in. Type a 1 in the chat box if you can relate to that. Lots of ones. Cool. So you're in the right place. So will this work for you? And yes, it absolutely can work for you. Whether you've been trying for over a decade to make it online, or whether you're coming online for the first time today, this can absolutely work for you. If it can work for me from where I was starting from, then it can definitely work for you. And just to give you a quick glimpse into how I've been helping other people, this is direct from someone I've been helping. And he says, "You've helped me so much, not only in business, but in life. I find myself struggling to put it into words. I believe you have a lot to offer people. I'm proud to promote you, what you stand for." And here you can see Alex says, "You're a true inspiration. Your story was inspiring enough to dig deeper into my career and make some new changes." So what I'm trying to show you here is that this can work for anyone, and you're in the right place. So I have a couple of goals for you on this masterclass today. Goal number 1 is to show you what is possible when you use fear for your benefit instead of letting it control you. And goal number 2 is to reveal to you the only way you'll be able to achieve massive success in a short amount of time. And for that, we will cover the 3 top secrets responsible for my success today. Are you excited to discover those top 3 secrets today? Awesome. So I'm going to lead into that with a quick story. In 2017, I took an overdose and almost died. I'm sad to say it wasn't the first time I tried to take my own life, but it would be the last. To give you some insight into why I wanted to die, let's back up a little bit. First off, I never met my father, and most of the father figures I had growing up either physically abused me, verbally abused me, or both. At the age of 11, I was sexually abused for the first time, and that really changed me. When something like that happens to you, it's like you lose a part of yourself that you're not sure you're ever going to be able to get back. That went on for a few months before it was found out, and he was relocated in a witness protection program because everyone that he'd done it to was too young to testify. But the damage was done. I lost all respect for everyone, my family, my mum, and a few months later, I went into care because my mother couldn't cope with me anymore. And that was when hell really started for me. I moved 15 times over the next 4 years into multiple care homes with some of the most horrendous people you'd ever have the displeasure of knowing. Imagine the kind of twisted people that would kill animals for fun and torture people when no one was looking. That was the caliber of people I spent a lot of my teenage years around. Not everyone was bad, but more than enough to seriously mess me up, and even the staff in some of these places battered the children. I never trusted anyone, never stuck around long enough to forge any kind of relationship with anyone, and the few people I did trust ended up stabbing me in the back. The years where I was supposed to develop the most, I spent paranoid, intimidated, scared, confused, and alone, and putting on a front instead of dealing with anything. I wish I could tell you things got better from there, but they didn't. I moved out on my own at the age of 16, and that was when I started getting involved with some pretty shady people in a world where I did not belong. But being as stubborn as ever, I tried to make it work for way too long. I got broken into on a weekly basis, got held up at gunpoint, machete point, axe point, pretty much any kind of point you can think of, and it's a miracle that I managed to escape that world intact. After that, I had a few more bad experiences, got screwed out of a house by one of my best friends, and after that, I was pretty much done. I moved back in with my mum, locked myself away from the world. Video games were my life. I got lost in video games for a long time. James didn't exist. I would never go out unless I was under the influence of alcohol or worse. Never tried anything. I had no aspirations, no ambition, was just wasting away into nothingness. On the inside, I always wanted more. But with the countless humiliations, being put down by evil people, I didn't want to try anymore. I was tired of being beaten down. I was tired of having my dreams, thoughts, and ambitions trodden on and laughed at. So I just hid it. I acted like nothing bothered me, like nothing mattered, and I didn't care about anything. Now, who here can kind of relate to that? Have you had someone in your life put you down, stamp on your dreams, and made you want to give up on something? This made me numb for a long time. I felt nothing but sadness and anger inside of me, and frequent fits of uncontrollable rage was the norm for many years. I always knew I had the potential and that I could do so much more, but I was so beaten down, I didn't want to try anymore. And although I put on a tough face and acted like I gave no craps, I was thoroughly depressed and had all but given up. I was getting lost in a make-believe world, and this went on for almost 7 years until I hit my low point in 2017 when I took an overdose. And as tragic as that was, something amazing came out of that. That was the month that I decided to try again. That was the moment I decided to make up for all the years that I'd wasted. It's so easy to get into a pity party and look at our opportunities gone by and think that the best of your opportunities are gone. But for the first time, my eyes were wide open, and I saw all the potential laid out in front of me. And something changed inside me that day. And I'll explain exactly what happened in secret number 1, but for now I'll just tell you the process. I was sitting in my chair, binge watching Game of Thrones, feeling like crap, barely being able to get up and walk around because of how run down I was. And something inside of me just snapped. And I thought to myself, one day you're going to feel like crap all the time. One day you're going to have no energy, you're going to be old, you're not going to be able to enjoy life. And it was like someone screaming at me inside my head. So get off your ass and do something with your life. And something just changed. It changed me and made me want to try again. It was like a switch being turned on after being off for so long. And I've not stopped since. Something awoke in me that day. A burning desire to make something of myself and make up for all the years I'd wasted. Do you feel you've wasted some of your years and your potential, your best opportunities have passed you by? That was exactly how I felt for a long time. I needed to prove to not only everyone around me, but also myself, that I wasn't some layabout loser destined to fail. I was destined for so much more. I wanted to prove to myself that I could stand on my own 2 feet, that I could support myself, and that I was more than the broken shell of a human I deteriorated into the last few years. So there I was in 2017 with no experience and a burning will to make up for the time that I'd wasted. But that was all I needed. At this point, my social skills were absolutely terrible. I could barely look anyone in the eye, let alone hold a conversation. So I couldn't work in a factory, I couldn't work in a store or any of the other conventional jobs. So I dived into digital marketing. I thought I could become successful from behind my computer screen, never have to talk to anyone and never show my face. Well, you can see how that worked out right now, can't you? My head was filled with thousands of hours of video game knowledge and not much else. I couldn't function in a normal job, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. Nothing was going to stop me. I stopped playing video games, started learning everything I could. Every day I woke up, turned on the computer and went to work. I was more motivated than I'd ever been in my life. Fear would come to me, but I didn't care. The fear of failing was worse than the fear of everything else. I knew who I was and what I was capable of doing. Do you also know that you're capable of achieving so much more than what you are right now? When I first got started, I was so nervous that I didn't even put a profile picture up on Facebook. I never wrote anything original because I thought people would mock me, and my confidence was at an all-time low. I tried agency work, I tried e-com, I tried so many different things before I found the best and easiest business model in the world. I took out a few credit cards, bought a $1,000 course and another $1,000 course. I felt like I was no closer to making any money. Can you relate? Have you tried something online so far? Have you bought some expensive, overpriced course just to see zero results? I've been there. So after trying numerous other business, I discovered affiliate marketing And I tried a few different products. I tried selling software. I tried selling on Amazon. I tried selling courses, and I was making 0 commissions. How many of you guys can relate to that? How many of you tried selling something to crickets? No sales, $0. Yep, that was me. I tried paid ads and was just throwing money at the wall to see what stuck. The danger zone was looming, and I was running out of money fast. I was getting overly overdrawn and down to my last dollar. That was when I discovered something truly amazing. I was getting more and more frustrated with having no success online and was sick of trying the same old stuff to no avail. That was when I saw a very special email, and I almost passed it up because it seemed too good to be true. I was like, there's no way they can do all this stuff they claim to for such a low price. But I tried it out, and I found out that it was so much more. I made my first commission with them in just a few days. I found a wonderful, supportive community which has nurtured me, helped me grow my confidence, and I found a truly valuable product which everyone needs. In that month, I made over $1,000. Now, how would you like an extra $1,000 in your bank account? Well, it wasn't just one time. I made $1,000 the next month and the next month, and it just grew from there. In under a year from trying to take my own life, I was one of that company's top affiliates. It was at that moment I realized I'd made my dream reality. I could support myself, and I was worth so much more than I thought for so many years. And I was just beginning to tap into my full potential. And do you know what that feels like? Not just the monetary gain of it, that's nice, but the feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of realizing I was actually worth something, being able to show my family my accomplishments. All my best opportunities weren't behind me. My best was yet to come. Can you picture that? Do you believe that your best opportunities are still to come? Type a Y in the chat if you can. There's a famous quote by Henry Ford which says, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. So I really hope you do believe in yourself. If you really don't believe in yourself right now, then know that I believe in you. I believe that with my guidance and what I'm going to share with you today, you can. Now, I'm really talking to the old me right now because I know a couple of years ago, I would have said the same thing. I can't picture it. I wasn't there. And that's okay if you're not there yet. But please stretch your imagination with me today. And if you can't right now, I hope you can truly believe that by the end of this masterclass today. So I then carried on learning and pushing through my fears. And on the 14th of October, 2018, I told my story for the very first time in front of 100 people. Just think about that for a moment. What other industry allows you to advance like that from nothing? No college, no experience. How many people do you know that spend 5, maybe even 10 years in a company and never get recognized in that company? Maybe that's you. Maybe you've been slaving away in a corporate job for years, giving them the best years of your life, only to get no loyalty back in return. I managed to pick myself up from the bottom in 2017. And now in the last year and a half, I've traveled all over the world, spoke on stage in 8 different countries across 3 continents, and done things I never thought possible. And I'd like to show you how you can do the same. And this was my epiphany moment, and it took me almost dying to find it. I do not recommend taking an overdose to try and find some inspiration. It's not a nice experience. But I've been through that for you, so you get to tap into my experiences instead. And honestly, I was lucky as well. I was lucky to have found what I found so quickly and discover what I discovered so quickly. How long have you been trying to make this online thing work? Some people try their hardest for 5, sometimes even 10 years before they find their tribe, before they find their thing, their stride, and start to see success. I made a major shortcut by discovering what I did, and I want to share that shortcut with you today. So who's excited about learning that shortcut and taking the easy route with me today? Awesome. So on to the top 3 secrets that I'm going to share with you today. Secret 1, how to harness the same power that took me from a shy, withdrawn recluse to a multi-award winning international speaker and super affiliate. Secret 2, the one thing you must have if you want to succeed and that I would have failed miserably without. And secret 3, how you can tap into the same business and model that is currently earning me $567.94 per day. Are you excited about that? Awesome. So everyone's excited. Everyone is ready. So let's dive right into secret number 1, how to harness the same power that took me from a shy, withdrawn recluse to a multi-award winning international speaker and super affiliate. First, let me ask you guys, what is your biggest fear in the world? Okay, death, going out, speaking on camera. Okay, yeah, sometimes things just as simple as going out, walking outside your door, things a lot of us take for granted are really hard for some people, like myself a few years ago. Death, speaking on stage, My wife. Oh dear. So we got a lot of different answers. And for many people, it's death. And surprisingly, for even more people, it's public speaking. My biggest fear is how I'm going to feel on my deathbed. You see, fear and embarrassment are temporary. Regret lasts a lifetime. Are you with me on this? Think back to a time you were fearful or embarrassed. I bet most things won't register much on your radar. Now think back to a regret you have. I'm betting there's a few that still sting. That time you missed asking that girl out on a date, that time you hesitated and lost first place, that time you didn't act and give it your all. These things can haunt you for the rest of your life. Now, who's here with me? Type a 2 in the chat right now if there's something that you regret, you wish you'd have taken action on, but it passed you by. Fear and embarrassment, although they can feel horrific at the time, don't have anywhere near as long lasting effects as regret. Many times the fear of something such as doing a live or public speaking is all in our head. Many times we feel embarrassed, other people don't even notice nor care. I remember the first time I ever spoke on stage. I was so nervous. I can't think of another time I've been that scared. I was so nervous. I practiced what I was going to say over and over. And I still stuttered. I still messed up. And I still missed out a few parts that I wanted to add. But after I got off that stage, the fear was gone. And I'd reached a whole new level. If I'd allowed my fear to overtake me and stop me from getting up there, missing that great opportunity would haunt me to this day. The feeling of regret is very real. Missing out on something, not seizing the moment, having someone or something you want pass you by because you were too afraid to take action, that hurts. Knowing and living with the fact that things could have been different is very tough. That's why you need to take action in spite of fear, to use the fear to your advantage instead of letting it control you. All the wonderful opportunities I've grasped over the last few years could so easily been passed up due to fear. The first video, the first live, the first summit, the first time speaking on stage, I almost said no to all of them because of fear. And yes, there's been a lot of fear, and there have been some embarrassing moments, very embarrassing moments. I specifically remember the battle in my head the first time I was asked to speak, the first time I was asked to do an interview. I grappled with it, almost talked myself out of it, worried about it for hours, and almost cancelled 100 times. Now, how many times have you let yourself talk you out of something because of fear and doubt? And if I hadn't said yes, where would I be right now? Nowhere near as far along, let me tell you. So I want to invoke a new fear inside of you, a fear that has kept me from running off stage, a fear that has forced me to show up and do my best when all I wanted to do was hide. A fear that if used right can push you to do things that you never thought possible. Picture this. Imagine being at the end of your life, knowing you were capable of so much more. Looking back on your life at all the missed opportunities and all the chances you didn't take. How would you feel if you knew you could have made a difference in the world, but instead of rising up and becoming your best self, you flushed it down the drain? Instead of going after everything you could and seizing the day, you let it pass you by and allowed fear to rule you. You look back on it all with a feeling of absolute remorse and sorrow. I can't think of any more horrific way to feel than that. And the fear of that becoming a reality pushes me to achieve more and be more every single day. My fears are missing out on who I'm meant to become, not living up to my full potential, not living my best life, not having a positive impact on the world, letting people down, ending up on my deathbed feeling just like that. These are my fears, and they push me to be my best self every day. I already wasted 10 years of my life. I'm not wasting anymore. Are you with me here? Do you want to commit to not wasting another moment of your life? When you put things into perspective like this, that time you forgot what you were saying on a live, that time when you tripped over on stage, time when you messed up, however big or small, doesn't matter. Because as long as we're showing up and doing our best each and every day, who gives a damn about the mistakes we make along the way? Now, I'm not saying you'll push yourself be able to deliver a stunning presentation in front of 10,000 people tomorrow. It's a gradual progression of pushing yourself from where you are. And it's a lot easier if you have a good support network around you. Back in 2017, I struggled to even put a profile picture up on Facebook. I thought I looked stupid, ugly, weird, and that people would make fun of me. I never put myself out there because growing up, I was used to people stomping on me before I had even started to get up. But as I progressed and started learning, I discovered the importance of letting people see my face and that connecting with people was an integral part of business. So after the battle in my head, the doubts, the fears, the crippling anxiety had subsided for just long enough to get that little bit of courage, I put that profile picture up. And guess what? I didn't die. I was okay. No one commented. No one said I looked like a freak, and well, no one really cared. And that was the first step. It may seem like a tiny step to you, but it was a huge one for me, and the first of many. Have you let fear hold you back from taking the first step? Something that could have led to bigger and better things? Next, I had to build up the confidence to make a post. If you look back on my wall in 2017, the only thing I posted was quotes from other people. I never posted an original thought because I believed I had nothing valuable to share. I believed no one would value what I had to say and that people would call my opinions stupid and put me down. Again, all these fears, doubts, insecurities, and anxieties bubbled to the surface, circling around in my head to try and keep me in my comfort bubble, in perceived safety. For months, every time I'd write a post, I would go over it 10 times with a fine-tooth comb. I would read it, reread it, pick it apart, and make sure there was nothing that could be misconstrued and used against me. Every time I went near that post button, my chest tightened, my eyes widened, my breathing started getting heavier and heavier. Adrenaline rushed through me as I built up the courage to press post and put myself out to the world. I'd hover over that post button for what seemed like an eternity, and usually chicken out at the last minute. If I did click post, I'd delete it a minute later before anyone saw it. Until again, one day, those crippling thoughts subsided for just long enough for me to click post and not delete it. And what do you know? I didn't die again. Now, I had a rough time with all sorts of mental torture in my younger years, so you probably aren't anywhere near as bad as I was, but let me know if these same thoughts and feelings come to you when you think about doing some things. Maybe it's going on a live video. Maybe it's speaking on stage in front of 1,000 people. We all have some things that cause this kind of anxiety in us. We're just at different points in our journey. The most important thing is pushing through that fear, feeling it diminish each and every time we do something, and getting better at it every time. The smallest actions can lead to the biggest results. The first time I spoke on stage, it wasn't a big crowd in front of 1,000 people, but it was a huge milestone for me, which broke down more and more barriers and allowed me to break through to that next level. It was these small, consistent daily actions, keeping doing things that honestly scared the crap out of me to get me to where I am today. Putting that profile picture up, posting for the first time, doing a video for the first time, and so on. The first time for each of them, I was on the verge of a panic attack. Can you see the value here of doing things that scare you every day? If I can go from not being able to put a profile picture up to speaking on stage in under 2 years, imagine what you can do with the same mindset. In 2017, when I did a video, I'd spend an hour dressing up, putting on a shirt, doing my hair, making everything perfect before I tried shooting a video for 50 times for 3 hours for a 3-minute video. Now I jump on a video with less than a minute prep. I post without even rereading what I wrote and can jump on an interview with little notice. So I challenge you to push yourself out of your comfort zone, whatever that may look like for you. Choose something that scares you. That may be writing a post on Facebook, maybe doing a live video, or it might be speaking in public, whatever it is. Now, of course, the first time is going to be the worst. You don't get in a car the first time and expect to race Formula One. When you're first born, you can't walk. You don't try walking a couple of times and go, hey, I failed a few times. This walking thing's not for me. No, you keep trying. And then when you start to crawl, you start to walk, and you fall down hundreds of times before you perfect walking. It's the same for anything you do. You will fall down. You will get scrapes and bumps, but approach it as a toddler approaches walking. Pick yourself back up, take those few more steps, getting better and better each time you try. As we get older, we let people tell us what our limits are. Sometimes family members tell us that we need to be realistic and not aim so high. Sometimes perfectly well-meaning because they don't want to see us get let down or get hurt, but they hold us back. Can you relate to that? Have you had someone tell you that you should be realistic and play it safe? You need to push all that to the side and have the courage to say, no, I'm capable of anything I go after. I'm going after this thing and I'm not going to stop until I get it, no matter how many times I fall down. And do this thing that scares you every day for at least 30 days. Look back on how much less scared you are. Realize that the fear is always in the back of your head and that thing you were avoiding is nothing to you now and that you can crush it. Whenever you feel the fear come to you, overshadow it with the fear of lying on your deathbed with a life full of regrets. Now, I've used this tactic so many times to keep me pushing forward in spite of fear. The fear of lying on that bed in however many years' time pushes me every single day. If I hadn't taken that first step of putting that profile picture up, something as simple as that, I would never have been able to do that first video. I would never have been able to do the summit and talking on stage, none of it. If you don't take the first step, you can't take the second step. So seriously, guys, do not let opportunity pass you by, however small it may seem at the time, because it will lead to bigger and better things. So that was secret number one. How to harness the same power that took me from a shy, withdrawn recluse to a multi-award winning international speaker and super affiliate in under 2 years. Who got some value from that, and who is excited to start using those tactics to skyrocket themselves to success? Yes, I am. Okay, awesome. So on to secret number two. And secret number two is where I really started accelerating by utilizing secret number one in the right environment and with the right support network. So secret number two is the one thing you must have if you want to succeed, and that I would have failed miserably without. Are you excited to hear about that one thing? Okay, awesome. So to succeed anywhere or with anything, we need to be in the right environment with the right kind of support, or at least it's a lot easier when you are, right? I want to tell you quickly about an integral part of my journey, which really could have sent me the wrong way if I wasn't around a highly supportive community and network of nice people. I mean, it really could. I dread to think what could have happened if this had gone differently. So I got asked to speak on an online summit around November 2017. And at first I thought, there's no way I can possibly do this. Nope, sorry, can't do it. So I said no. And then I remembered a quote from Richard Branson that said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, you're not sure you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it later. So I called them back and said I would do it. But I didn't have long to learn because someone had dropped out due to illness and my spot was in less than 2 days. So I went out, I bought a new microphone, new camera, scripted the entire thing, practiced it, and honed it down to a T. I was far too nervous to get more than a sentence out freestyle, so I over-practiced and over-prepared. So the day came, and people said they could barely hear me. I'm not sure why they could slightly hear me, but people were leaning in, trying to hear what I was sharing, and this presentation was about 30 minutes. After the presentation was over, I looked down and saw a red light on my mic, and I quickly turned the same color. I had done the entire presentation on mute and not realized. I was so embarrassed. I just wanted to crawl into a hole and die. But instead of being laughed at and mocked, everyone was really understanding. It was at this point I started to realize there were more nice people in the world than nasty. I'd just been used to the most nasty people most of my life. Now imagine what would have happened to me if I'd not been in a supportive community that knocked me down instead of built me up. If they hadn't allowed me to do a re-record a week later and that great experience turned into a really humiliating one, I sure wouldn't be anywhere near as far along. Heck, I don't like to think it, but it really could have pushed me over the edge and I might not be here at all. I was just starting to break out of my comfort zone. But thankfully, I was in a supportive environment with people who cared and people who were kind. It can be really hard to find that kind of supportive community and friendly atmosphere online, as a lot of communities are shark-infested red waters who want to compete with you instead of collaborate with you. I'm sure many of you have fallen prey to people pretending to have your best interests at heart, but as soon as the chips are down, the real side of them comes out. Sadly, it's all too common. So when you do find a group of kind, supportive people, hold on to them with everything you have. I'm curious, how many of you have been stung by people who pretended to have your best interests at heart, but ended up just being in it for themselves? I'm betting pretty much everyone. I experienced the wonderful support of that same community the first time I spoke on stage. October 14th, 2018, I told my story for the very first time. I had no idea how people were going to react, and I'd never shared it before. You're probably wondering why I shared something so personal on stage for the first time. I could have easily done a training on funnels or ads or something, but I didn't believe in myself fully, and I wanted to be different. Although I was a successful digital marketer by this point, I still felt like I had no value to give, so I just told my story. I was suffering majorly with imposter syndrome. Who else here suffers with imposter syndrome, even though you're damn good at what you do? Yeah, a lot of people, and it's usually the people who are best at what they do who suffer with this. So being around those same people that had supported me before gave me courage. Looking out in the crowd and seeing them out there smiling gave me the confidence to say what I did that day. If I'd just been with a bunch of random people, I would never have got up there. I would have never had the courage to stand up and speak, let alone share something so vulnerable. It was well received, and I was almost in tears by the end of it, simply because of how much of a transformational experience it was for me. Sharing that and getting the feedback I did broke down a ton of barriers for me and made me realize I could share more. And I'd never even spoken in front of more than 3 people at once before. But there I was in front of 100 people sharing some of the most vulnerable parts of myself. I was terrified and I wanted to run away. But the fear of letting everyone down outweighed the fear of actually getting up there and speaking. The first time I practiced in the mirror all night for that speech, scripted out the whole thing. And even so, you can see here I had to bring my notepad with me on stage to remind me of what to say. And although I didn't put on the best presentation, everyone loved it, and I experienced the most life-changing experience and feeling inside of me that I had felt since I was a child. So let me ask you guys a question. Who here feels that they could benefit from being in a community like that? Who feels that they could thrive and grow with a community like that? Let me know in the comments below if you think you could benefit from being in a community like that. Yes, absolutely, 100%, of course. So I've had a miraculous transformation with the help of the community I found, but I'm far from the only one. So I just want to show you a very quick video to show you it's not just me that is benefiting from this amazing community.
What's up? Gene Hack is here with my beautiful daughter Emily, aka the baby. Now the only reason she is called Baby is because hey, she's been with us with the community and with this amazing platform since the beginning. Literally when she was born, she was always there with us with Builder. So I've been with this platform for over 2 years and never look back.
They've got an incredible CEO that truly cares about all the users that are in Builderall. And there's an incredible community of people that are always talking and sharing and giving of themselves, whether they are knowledgeable about the Builderall platform or even knowledgeable about something else about business. They just share so freely. And it's absolutely incredible what is out there. So my experience with Builderall has been one that has been a phenomenal experience, and I love it. I'm so glad that I found it. I think the universe kind of opened up and said, "Here you go, Shelly. Here it is."
It brought me into one of the best communities I've ever belonged to. Truly, the Builderall user community is not like anything else I've ever seen online. Everyone is so helpful. There's such smart people there, and they give it all away for free.
The Builderall community. Now, this is one of those hidden gems that you don't really see on our sales pages, but it is one of those things that makes the greatest impact, and that is being surrounded by an amazing, supportive, purpose-driven, heart-driven community that truly wants to see you succeed. And thankfully, Builderall has been more than just a digital marketing platform for me. Builderall has been more than just an incredible source of online income for me, but Builderall has truly become a family for me as well. I say they're my second family, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And because I love it so much, I just want to share Builderall with everyone who will listen to me, which is why it's been so easy to share Builderall with others, because I know the power that the platform has to change your life, just like it has mine.
So there you can see it's not just me who's been massively impacted by this wonderful community I discovered. You heard from 4 amazing people whose lives have been massively impacted by the Builderall community. And everything changes when you have a group of like-minded, heart-driven people around you that share the same values as you. It's so nice to be in a group of like-minded people that believe we should pick each other up, celebrate each other's successes instead of trying to grind people down and compete with them. We can do so much more when we support each other, and personally I think the whole human race would be a lot further along if we helped each other out instead of competed all the time. But I didn't come here to talk philosophy with you. This truly is a close community. I've met dozens of the people from this community. In fact, I've stayed at a lot of people's homes. I'm from the UK, and from New York to Florida to Virginia, California, Italy, Germany, all around the world. I have a network of people I can meet in almost every country around the world. It's crazy. So this truly is a new breed of entrepreneur, and it's not like anything you find anywhere else. Can you see yourself benefiting from being around a nice, helpful, supportive community? And you heard it from Terry a moment ago. She's never seen anything like it before, and neither have I. Success truly does accelerate when you're in the right mindset, with the right people, surrounded by the right kind of people. And that is what you can definitely experience in the Builderall community. So that is the one thing that you must have if you want to succeed, and that I would have failed miserably without. I mean, seriously, guys, so many turning points that could have sent me spiraling the other way. When I was posting in the groups, when I did the summit and messed up, times where I stuttered or said something stupid. Instead of being around those supportive people Imagine any one of those situations could have sent me on a completely different trajectory. So I hope that really helps. Who's excited to go out there, find a supportive community that they could also thrive in and greatly accelerate their results? Yes, absolutely. Awesome. So I'm glad you guys are getting value from the masterclass today. Before we move on to secret number 3, I want to tell you a quick story, a powerful story that really highlights the importance of having safe surroundings to be able to grow without fear of being judged, without fear of being put down and thought less of. So the first time I went to New York, I got an Uber ride into the city, and I started talking to the driver about what I did, how I got there, and we got onto my story. And he opens up to me and says that he suffered sexual abuse as a child too. He'd had suicidal thoughts and struggled with depression in the last few months. We exchanged numbers, and the next day he messages me. And do you know what he said? He said, "Thank you so much for being so open and honest with me. It was what prompted my honesty. I've never done that before." I think about that for a moment. He had never told another living soul in his entire life, carried that around with him for over 20 years, until a random stranger opened up with him on a 45-minute Uber ride into the city. That is the power of being in a supportive and safe environment. If I'd not been vulnerable and shared my story, that poor guy might have gone through his entire life holding that in. Now, I've got dozens of other stories like that on my travels, but that is my favorite because it was the first time I realized what power my story truly had to impact people's lives. So you've discovered how to harness the same power that took me from zero to hero. You've seen the one thing I would have failed miserably without. And that brings us on to secret number 3. How you can tap into the same business and model that is currently earning me over $567.94 per day. Are you excited to learn about that? Yes, I am. Tell us. Okay, awesome. Lots of people. So now you guys know my story. You know where I've come from. And one of the big things that I'm trying to accomplish is to break the stigma around mental health. And that's great. It will help people feel less alone, lower suicide rates, I'm sure. But what comes after that? Another one of my big motivators is to help people who are in the position I was a few years ago. People who had no hope, people who feel depressed, anxious, and scared, and people who don't believe that they could ever achieve anything, and help them into the online world and into what I consider to be the best and easiest business model, and show them that they can achieve something and support themselves. This is so important. I know what it's like to feel like you'll never achieve anything and that you're useless. My business model is the lowest stress and lowest cost business to break into, period. It's the perfect business model for anyone really, but especially people who are struggling with some of these issues and are not good with stress. This business model has no stock to take, no staff to worry about, no clients breathing down your neck, no deadlines, no support, and is truly the lowest stress business model out there. In fact, I challenge you to think of a lower stress entrepreneurial journey to go on than this. Of course, there's an element of stress with any work or anything, but I believe this is by far the lowest. It's what I broke into. It's what I managed to go at my own pace with without deadlines or restrictions. And that is affiliate. It's basically connecting someone who has a problem to someone who has a solution. Connected someone who has a service to submission in the middle, and that is it. You have no further obligation to do anything. Your job is simply making the connection and getting paid for it. So again, this model, then that, please type it in the chat because I want to hear about it. So are you capable of copying a link and giving it to someone who has a problem? Absolutely you are. So if you're capable of copying a link, then you're capable of being an affiliate. Affiliate marketing was my saving grace, and in my opinion, it's the best business model in the world. But there are a few defining factors into what constitutes a good affiliate program from a great affiliate program, and that is what I want to show you right now. So number 1, appeal to a mass market. You don't want to start promoting a product that only 10 people will ever think of buying. Software, for example, and hosting is a great example of software. So be really mindful of what you're choosing to promote and how much mass appeal it has. Number 2 is it must be in an eternal need, decades to come, and that isn't seasonal either. So again, website hosting is a thing. Everyone will need hosting and software. And I'm pretty sure, at least I hope, the internet is going to be around for a great many years to come. Third and finally, it must be recurring. So basically, it must be something that pays out on a monthly basis, or if it's higher ticket, a yearly basis. You don't want to refer someone and just get commission one time. You want to refer someone and get paid for years to come. That's the beauty of membership-based products. I connected the person who needed the service to the person that provides the service. Now I get paid for the lifetime of the customer. So do you want to work once and then get paid forever? Absolutely, right? Now, only certain programs pay forever. A lot of them will only pay for the first 12 months or so. That's why I'm very selective on what products I promote. The main products I promote will be membership-based products. So I can literally close my laptop down right now, stop right now, 5 figures a month comes in like clockwork. Literally, I could work 0 hours for the next 12 months and I would still earn over $100,000 for 0 hours work this year. Are you starting to see how powerful this is and why it's the best business model in the world? It's truly a freeing feeling and an amazing feeling to know that at any moment I can just take a month off. Me earlier this year, chilling out on the Bahamas on a cruise. I had barely no internet for 10 days and I did almost nothing online. But I still had over $3,000 come into my bank account each for a week. Of course you guys do. Now, I of course put in the work to build up my recurring income, but it really is passive at this point. Now, someone is asking in the chat, why don't you create your own products and keep 100% of the commissions? There's a very good reason why, because then I have a big responsibility. I then have to handle customer support. I then have to make sure my product is 100% working and up to date. I'm then responsible for a lot, and I can't shut down my laptop because things require maintenance. So like I said before with affiliate marketing, I have one job: connect someone who has a problem to someone who has a solution for anything. Now, can you see why I believe affiliate marketing is the best business model in the world? So after hearing all that, who agrees with me that affiliate marketing is the best, simplest, and easiest business model in the world? Type a Y in the chat box, let me know. Yes, it is. It is absolutely yes. Awesome. So you guys are very smart and good on you for seeing the light today. Now we've gone over how to harness power that carried me to success and how to learn how to do that. We went over the number one thing I would have failed miserably without, and we've gone over the best business model and how we can tap into it. So I want to ask you guys a question. Are you guys excited about what we covered today? Yes, absolutely awesome. And are you a little overwhelmed? You don't know where to start? Yes, me. And that's completely understandable, guys. There's more that goes into online business than what I shared today. But there's only so much I can share in a 1 hour long masterclass, right? My goal of this masterclass was to get you to realize what is possible when you tap into your fears, when you tap into a supportive community and open your eyes to the power of online business. Now, some of you will leave this masterclass, go out, look for your tribe, your products, training, and everything else. And that's awesome. But I really want to help you skyrocket your results. I want to make sure you don't get roped into the wrong business full of sharks and a competitive community. I want to help you discover the same supportive community that helped me so much. And I want to shortcut the process so you can avoid all the pitfalls that I fell down when I was getting started. So let me ask you guys, what would it mean to you to be able to overcome your fears, face your demons, become who you truly wanted to be? What would it mean to you if you were able to grow in a supportive community that built you up instead of knocked you down? How would your life be different if you could do everything we talked about today, starting today? Whatever your reality, I want you to know that you have the power inside of you to achieve what you want to achieve. But to avoid possibly years of pain and failure, I want to offer you a helping hand to get there. If I can come from where I was just over a year ago to where I am now, then just think what you can do with the same surroundings and mindset. So I've put together something very special that I know is going to help you. So I want to ask if you mind if we just take a few minutes to go over what I've put together for you real quick. Do you guys mind? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Yes, please share it. Yes, please. Okay, so thank you for letting me share this with you guys. I'm super excited to share this with you. So we've talked today about the top 3 things that have helped me go from suicide to success. And you know by now that the Builderall community had a large role to play in that. So I would love to bring you into the same community, shortcut your headache of trying to find a genuine community, trying to find a decent product, trying to figure all of this out on your own and trying to find everything that we talked about today and just give it to you guys on a silver platter. Is that okay with you? Awesome. So the first thing we covered today was using the biggest driving force to push you forward and how you can do that. So the first thing you're going to get access to is all the recordings from my speeches from the first to the very last, talking about fear, using the fear and showing you what is possible when you use fear for positivity. You can watch them when you feel fearful, when you feel like you can't do something, use them for inspiration, motivation, whatever you want to do with them to make yourself push through the fear and use it to your own advantage. I used to think that everyone was out to get me because it was my reality for so many years. And after putting myself out there, I've come to realize it's not true. It took me almost a decade to come to these realizations and have the courage to come to these truths when I could have probably come to the same conclusion 7 years ago if I'd had the courage to act. So everything that took me almost a decade to come to these realizations is in these recordings. So that's $197 value for my inspirational recordings. And I believe it's worth a lot more than that, but they've actually been sold for this in the past. So we're going to stay conservative today. Is that cool? Awesome. So what we covered next was the most important thing out of any of this is being surrounded by a supportive community. And look at this picture, guys. This is a family right here. A family from almost all continents around the world coming together to support each other with a great collaborative atmosphere. So the next thing you're going to get full access to is the same community that built me up from nothing. The people I now consider to be family and dear friends, I invite you to become part of that family. Become friends with everyone too and become part of the community. And plus, you know me now, so you have an in already, right? So the value of this is priceless, guys. I seriously cannot put a price on the value of a good support network with caring people who lift you up instead of compete with you and who truly want you to succeed. So you're going to get all the recordings of my speeches and you're going to get the priceless community. And that is absolutely priceless. You cannot put a price on family, friends, and support. Now, number 3, what we have today is what I covered in secret number 3, and I call this the affiliate builder package. And that is everything we covered today in secret 3 and a whole lot more. So you're going to get access to the perfect product to promote with the perfect affiliate program. It's in an eternal niche. Everyone needs it. It's super valuable and it is lifetime recurring. So it ticks all of the boxes that we talked about earlier. And on top of that, you're going to get access to masses and masses of promotional material and my personal affiliate training course covering how to become an affiliate and how to promote it. Is that awesome? Boom. Yes. Amazing. Yes. How can I get it? Okay. So you're going to get the full recordings, $197 value. You're going to get the supportive community, which is absolutely priceless. And you're going to get the full affiliate package, affiliate builder package, and everything you need to promote the perfect product. So total value is $694 plus the priceless community support. So that covers everything, right? That covers everything we covered today, the 3 things, right? But wait, there's something missing. Something huge is missing, right? So you remember earlier when I told you I was down to my last dollar, I was overdrawn on my credit card, spending money on courses and tools and more tools and everything else. And those monthly bills for all those things were adding up. Well, that is the best part about the perfect product Builderall, because you're also going to get every single tool that you need to build your business for a fraction of the cost of everything else out there. Whether you're doing affiliate business, e-com, agency, whatever your business is, you will have all the tools you need. This isn't just for affiliate marketers. Not everyone's the same. Not everyone has the same type of business. So this is for everyone. On top, you're going to get everything. Okay, I'm kidding, kind of. The final thing you're going to get today is every single tool you need to build your online business. Now, the value for this is insane. There are over 30 tools that you get included. And it would take me all day to go through all of them. But to show you the value of this, I'm going to go through a few of them with the prices of what the cheapest competitors actually charge for this. Okay, are you ready? This is going to blow your mind. So what the competitors actually charge, and yes, this is actually what the competitors charge. So website builder, $10 a month, unlimited funnel builder, $97 a month, membership builder, $67 a month, unlimited e-commerce builder, $299 a month, unlimited Facebook chatbot, $145 a month, unlimited email, $320 a month, webinar platform, $47 a month, mobile app builder, $39 a month, video creator, $19 a month, design studio, $15 a month, script generator, $41 a month, auto post scheduler, $49 a month, e-learning tool, $49 a month, SEO and heat map tool, $17 a month, social proof tool, $42 a month, viral post tool, $35 a month, browser notifications, $12 a month, unlimited CRM, $299 a month, and so much more. And this is about half the tools that you get included in Builderall's premium plan. So literally, total value, $1,602 a month. Is that crazy? I ran out of breath a few times there. There's so much value there, guys. And that's literally only half of the tools that is included in Builderall's plan. So let's take a look at just the tools for the moment. Obviously, we're not going to charge you $1,602 a month right now, but what is this worth to you? So if I gave you everything to skyrocket your success, become successful, everything here, the recordings, the community, the affiliate builder package, and every single tool for your online business to build a profitable online business, would that be worth $1,602 a month to you? Yes, absolutely. So if you could break through your fears, your anxieties, and grow in a supportive environment and achieve your goals, would that be worth $1,602 a month to you? Yes, it would. Of course, I want it. Okay, so we're not selling this for $1,602 a month. So those of you that are ready to jump in, just wait, because I think you'll be shocked. So make sure you're sitting down for this. And you can see why it would be more than worth it at $1,602 a month. And honestly, I don't know if the price will remain this low forever. I keep saying that the price should be much higher because people don't value what they don't pay for. But my friend Eric wants to give anyone in the world the same opportunity, whether they come from the poorest place in the world or the richest. So the usual price for this is a one-time price of $694 for all of the resources and everything we talked about, and $69.90 a month. But because you're here right now and I want to do something special, very special for Eric and everyone watching this today, right now you can get access to the inspirational recordings, the best supportive community, the affiliate mastery package, and every single tool that you need to build your business, the Builderall Premium Suite, over $1,607 plus per month value for just $69.90 a month. So I'm curious, how many of you are feeling a little bit like this right now? Like your head just exploded. Yes, I am. OMG, is that missing a zero? Yeah, that's exactly what I say. Eric should be sticking another zero on that price easily. So that is the actual price to join Builderall. It's an insanely low price, which really should be higher, but the CEO truly wants to give anyone, regardless of background, equal opportunity here. So that is the price you can get Builderall for at any time. But my bonuses, the affiliate builder package, the recordings of my speeches will go away when we close down this masterclass. And they usually sell for $694 alone, but you can get them free with your investment today. Is that crazy? So you can join Builderall, the wonderful community, at any time, but my bonuses will be going away very soon. I cannot guarantee the price will not be higher later because, like I said, everyone keeps telling Eric he should stick another zero on the end of that price. But when you upgrade today, you get to keep that low monthly price forever. Is that cool? So to get this very special offer, you can see a link on the screen there, or if you want to just click something, simply click my logo on the page and it will take you through to the checkout page. Okay, so right now you have two choices, right? You can go out on your own. You can try and find a great affiliate program, a great community, a great training, and learn everything yourself. You can try and find 30 plus tools that you need elsewhere, try and glue them all together with half-baked integrations, remember 30 different passwords and login pages, and pay over $1,600 a month to do that. Or you can join the wonderful Builderall family, become a part of the same community that has built me up, enjoy all the tools you need under one roof that integrates seamlessly together, and take the easy way. I don't think this is a very hard decision to make, considering it is 100% risk-free and costs less than a cup of Starbucks every morning to join. So why is it 100% risk-free? Well, because Builderall has a full 30-day money-back guarantee. Jump into the community, get to know some of the amazing people, join in on the trainings, the meetings, the special events, play with the tools, build things for yourself, your clients, and experience the power of what you get for such a low price. If Builderall doesn't blow your expectations out of the water, or you're unhappy for any reason whatsoever, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. Is that awesome? So whatever industry you're in, whatever you do, if you have no interest in becoming an affiliate marketer at all, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's awesome, but say you don't, if all this did was give you a supportive community where you could grow and thrive and become your best self, would it be worth it to you? If this just gave you every single tool that you needed to build a profitable online business to supplement your existing business, would it be worth it to you? Or if all it did was give you the inspiration to push through when times seem dark and strive to achieve your goals, would it be worth it to you? Builderall has done that for me and a whole lot more. And I know it can do the same for you. So please click on my logo on this page or go to the link you see on the screen and get this special offer before it's gone forever. So I'm just going to recap what you're going to get. So you get the inspirational recordings, every recording that I have done from my inspirational speeches, the good ones, the bad ones, the downright terrible ones that are embarrassing, just to show you that you can do it. You get the best supportive community, which is absolutely priceless. You get the same community that supported me from an anxious, shy recluse into a digital nomad, multiple six-figure affiliate and international speaker. You get the affiliate builder package for $497 value, the best ways to promote Builderall, the best traffic training, the funnel club from Builderall itself with countless funnels to promote. And you get every single tool that you need for your business. The Builderall Premium Suite worth over $1,607 per month for just $69.90. And no, again, that is not missing a zero. Is that crazy, guys? That crazy value. So one last thing I want to do as well, because I like to reward action takers. So there's a few people on here. There's a fair few people on here. So the first 100 people to upgrade right now will also get the exclusive interviews with some of Builderall's leaders. So that is interviews with most of the top affiliates, with myself, with Eric, the CEO himself. So you can learn even more secrets from the super successful inside Builderall. You can rewatch these interviews, grab the countless golden nuggets from them, and discover what most successful inside Builderall are doing. Is that insane value or what? So that's just for the first 100. So that is exclusive interview with recording with Eric. That's an exclusive interview recording with me, and exclusive interview recordings with a ton of the top leaders in Builderall, and they're going to go fast. So seriously, guys, take advantage of this now, because you may never see this offer again, or it may be at a much higher price later. So remember when I said earlier, you need to take the first step to take the second step, and this is your first step. I guarantee that you will not regret it. I want today to be the day that you will never forget. I want today to be the day that you look back on in a year from now and say, I'm so glad that I was on that masterclass with James and I took action. I took that first step. So you can see all the amazing things you're going to get on this page. You get all this for just a monthly payment of $69.90. And let's see what everyone is saying. This is amazing, unbelievable. I'm ready to change my life. This is incredible. Okay, that's awesome. You guys are going crazy. I love it. So I'm actually going to be bringing on Eric, the CEO of Builderall, in a few minutes, where we'll answer all of your questions. But right now, I want to show you another quick video showing some more amazing testimonials from the Builderall community. Is that okay? Awesome. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Lisa Halpin, and I've been with Builderall since the very first week it was available, and I'm still here. I actually worked in Silicon Valley years ago, before it was called Silicon Valley, doing marketing for very early software and hardware firms. So I've been around the computer world for a long time. So I've always been looking for new tools, new platforms, great deals, and things I could recommend to other people. And so 2.5 years ago, I was really fortunate to see Eric Salgado, the CEO, on the first webinar talking about bringing Builderall to the United States. And I was just taken with the man and his vision and his passion and his explanation and showing us what Builderall could do. And I was just wowed that I'm like, that's everything we all need. Whether you're starting a business or promoting a business, or you want to do digital marketing, all the tools are there. I tell people you don't need to go looking for shiny objects anymore, because Builderall brings them to you. So instead of looking at 10 different places and many different platforms and a lot of different money and trying to figure out how you're going to put all these platforms together or pay somebody else to do it, everything that people need is available at Builderall.
Hi there, my name is Marco. I am a German guy living in Slovakia, and I'm with Builderall for 2 years, more than 2 years now. Builderall not only gave me all the tools I need to grow my business, it also helped me to pay thousands of debt that I had from my old company. So Builderall literally has changed my whole life, and I'm super happy, especially about the whole about this really amazing community we have. You will not find it anywhere written, but I think the community is one of the biggest bonuses you can have, because you're not alone. You always have somebody with you. And yeah, I'm super thankful. Thanks, Builderall. And for you, I only have one thing. Take this chance. Take care. Bye.
Hi there, my name is Barbie Figueroa, and I'm a wife, I'm a mama of 3, and I'm a digital marketer who absolutely loves Builderall. Builderall has impacted my life in so many ways, starting with the fact that as a digital marketer, Builderall has helped me slash my marketing bill by 80% because now I don't have to use 100 different tools to do one simple thing. Now I can build websites, funnels, I have an autoresponder, I have social proof tools, I have copywriting tools, I have so many tools available at my fingertips inside of Builderall. It has helped me build the business of my dreams. And let me explain that in a second. For the longest time, I wanted to be a present stay-at-home mom. I was already a stay-at-home mom, but I was struggling to create that balance of building a business that also allowed me to have a life. I would try to build funnels and I would try to leverage technology so that I would have more time freedom. But the money that I was shelling out every single month, I was spending more time worrying about how I was going to pay that bill at the end of the month than I was actually focusing on building my business. Well, Builderall has completely eliminated that worry for me. I no longer suffer with shiny tool syndrome because everything I need to build a digital marketing business, I have it all available to me in Builderall. The second way that Builderall has helped me change my life is through their leverage affiliate program. Now, I'm so honored to say that I am one of their top affiliates, and honestly, it's because I love the product and I just love paying forward. The fact that anyone who has a dream, a desire, a gift, a talent can come into Builderall and build that business without having to worry about breaking the bank, spending all this money in marketing expenses. You can come into Builderall just like I did, and you can create courses, you can create training, you can create sales funnels, and put them out there, and they'll continue to work for you even when you're not there. And because I love it so much, I just want to share Builderall with everyone who will listen to me, which is why it's been so easy to share Builderall with others, because I know the power that the platform has to change your life just like it has mine.
Okay, so who's excited after hearing from all those wonderful people? Like I said, you're probably expecting another 0 on this, right? Type a yes in the chat bot if you're expecting another 0 and would say this is still super valuable with another 0 on the end. So you've heard my story, guys, of how many times I could have missed an opportunity by saying no. And this is your opportunity right now to get involved with a great community, with the perfect product, and take the first step today so you can take the next step. Now, we're going to be answering your questions here in just a moment. But first, I want to bring on someone here with me. So if you don't know by now, Eric is the CEO, founder of Builderall, and I'm also proud to call him my best friend. He's genuinely the kindest, most caring person I've ever known, and he's the reason why the community is what it is, because it stems from his heart. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it really is true. So he's been sitting in the background listening, and I'd like to bring him on to just talk for a few minutes and answer a few questions with me. Are you there, Eric? I can indeed. Yeah, let me just figure that out.
You can split screen me and you. And there you go. What's up, my friend?
How's it going?
Good, great presentation. Love it. Everything about it.
Thank you so much.
Really proud about you and all your achievements and the things that you've done. Really good. Good job.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So we are here, and I can see the YouTube chat. We have like a 10 seconds delay. But if you guys have any questions, put on the chat here, and then we are ready to answer your questions about the Builderall, about the community. Today on this webinar, James spoke a lot about the community and the whole thing about being there. And sometimes you may think like, okay, what is this thing about going from suicide to a successful? What is a digital marketing has with it? It's not really about the digital marketing tool, the platform itself. It's about the community, the opportunity, the empowerment that you have when you have the tools, when you have the training, when you have the support, and when you have people working with you and giving you ideas and supporting you along the way. So Builderall is not just a tool. Builderall is not just a platform. It is a community with everything. We have the tool, we have the trainings, we have the support, we have entrepreneurs, we have friends there. And every time that someone goes to our Facebook group and asks for help, I see like dozens of people trying to help, trying to figure out and trying to do something about it. So that's something really cool. and you guys would be great to have an opportunity to try it. Okay, so James, so far I guess we don't have any questions here on the chat. We still have 43, 45 people watching.
Yeah.
Good job, man. You hold like everybody from the thing. But if you have anything you want to ask me, shoot it.
Fire away. I just want to say thank you, man. And Eric's really humble as well. He always says to me, "Oh, it was all you, man." And yeah, I did put a lot of time and effort into where I am today. But without Eric, without Builderall and the community, I know I wouldn't be anywhere near as far along. So thank you, my friend, and thank you for being so genuine, honest, and an actual man of integrity who genuinely cares about people and doesn't see us all as dollar signs like a lot of CEOs do.
Yeah, but it was all you.
See.
You know that, right? Okay. All right, guys. So we have a lot of Builderall users here and some new people that I don't know yet. It don't seem like to have any questions. I think it's because you spoke everything about it on the webinar. So I think we're good. We're good to go. I put myself the link on the YouTube chat. I'm gonna put again.
Okay,
there you go. Special.taylor.yourbestlife.com. Click on this link, take advantage of this opportunity. I know you guys are going to be very, very happy to take advantage of this opportunity. And we have all the guarantees you may want to have or whatever. So give it a shot, give it a try, all right? Especially, James, especially on this time that like the whole world is looking to the internet right now as the only way to do business. It's probably the only way to do business right now, through the internet, right? So if you are thinking about, if you are going through a situation that you are trying to figure out something else, take a look, check this opportunity, go to Builderall, see the tools, see the trainings, be part of the community, give yourself some time to figure it out, start playing with the tools, start imagining, getting ideas, and give yourself some time to figure out something good that you could do online. And I know that, like, God helps that doesn't happen again, but if that happens again, you will be ready because you're going to have a business online, right? Okay.
Absolutely agree. And sorry for the technical issues we had. Make sure that's up for the replay. I'll get the replay up online for you guys if anyone missed it because of the technical issues we had. And I can't see any more questions, but I just want to say that Eric has a great vision as well. He knows that he could charge 10 times more for all the tools, but he has a mantra, a vision, and that's an entrepreneur in every home. So no matter where you live, whether it's the poorest place in the world or the most expensive, Eric wants to keep the price so low that everyone and anyone has the same opportunity and everything to build a profitable business online. So if you're sick of other software companies and entrepreneurs overcharging you and then constantly upselling you the next best thing to drain more and more of your hard-earned money from your pockets, jump in now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate, because Eric doesn't do loads of hidden upsells or anything like that. He's just gives you it all value.
All right. Someone is asking if it's going to be a replay. Yes, the replay will be on the website. As long as we get this video ready on YouTube, it's going to take a few minutes to get ready. But once it's ready, the replay will be there.
Absolutely.
And that's it. All right, guys, man. Good job. Really proud of you. Really proud of everything that you have been doing, not just with Builderall, but with your own products, with your own courses and stuff. And, man, keep going. And I really hope that the reason that we are all promoting this webinar is to try to impact some lives, some people. I hope this webinar, this story, the whole thing that you just learned about James and Builderall can move you to take some action or to do something. Doesn't matter if you are going to join Builderall or not. That's not the point here. The point is taking you some inspiration so you can take some action. All right? Okay. All right, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric. And thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited, super happy you enjoyed it. And I'll see you again around the community, hopefully very soon. Take care.
All right.